100%, fighting his way back into the lineup.
Fumble on the handoff and the toss to running back Dylan.
Well, last week, they began in the true I formation, neutral behind the quarterback. Here, an offset I, trying to establish the...
O'Connell. And trying to spread it around, finds O'Connell to the middle of the field. Payne Durham, the 2017, decided to come back for his 6th season and begins the year for the first time in his career as the starter for this Purdue offense. He had to get...
Maryland, obviously allowed to contact the defender until the ball's in flight. But
so from the 35-yard line, 1st and 10 for this Purdue offense. We'll have to see if he gets subbed in here throughout this afternoon. Swinging it out wide.
Really need to get going more in this offense is Tyrone Tracy. He's a very versatile athlete and playmaker. He's just not seeing much chunk yardage.
3rd and 4. And a short yardage pass becomes a little bit longer than second most receptions on the team this year, right behind Charlie Jones. O'Connell rolls out. And
Charlie Jones trying to shut him down.
Nchami. It's hit. Nchami, a 100-yard rush game against Minnesota last week. A bit more. You know, Charlie Jones, as we have mentioned, has been a prime target. Good situation here for this Boilermaker offense. And Kobe, West Virginia.
Check 54. Ami Finau lined up as a 3 technique, knocks it back at the point of attack, just putting Sione Finau into the backfield.
Still looking for his first reception. It'll be Nchami. Picks up the first down, gets a little bit more. Start of the first series here for Purdue. There was that miscommunication on the handoff, and Nchami has entered into this game and has stayed. Purdue has scored 19 of 20 times in the red zone, 17 of those for a touchdown. Looking for pay dirt here, but good coverage. Downing is back in. O'Connell looking for anyone. Now getting pressured, flush out of the pocket. O'Connell looking for help and a release and has to toss it away.
They went to a zone concept on the back end. It can be difficult at times to go cover 4 when you're down here in the red zone because you have to match up effectively. So you get the underneath coverage with eyes on Charlie Jones, and it puts the back end in a position that's converging, making it a much smaller window than you recognize.
O'Connell to throw, and checks it down to Downing. Downing. O'Connell hands off. They go past. This offensive line has juggled around, especially at the right tackle spot this year, and this game is no different. O'Connell is flushed out, had to throw it away for today. And the 3rd right tackle that Purdue has used this season with no Cam Craig out for the majority of the games here. And there's a on 1st down for this Purdue offense. And a 1st down run. Charlie Jones leads the Big Ten in receptions per game, but yet to catch a pass.
But when your coverage is off this far, it's one of those things Aiden O'Connell will certainly look to expect.
6th of the 6 to be used. And that is the case. Downing right up the gut to about the 20. 2nd and 7. O'Connell, it was deflected and into the arms there of Rice, who keeps going.
It's an additional pass deflection for Jacorian Bennett because he drives on this route so exceptionally, can't come up.
O'Connell, boot action. O'Connell will tuck and run. On the road in Madison last weekend. O'Connell. And just short of the goal line and pushed back by this Fakes to Downing. O'Connell looking for the end zone to the back of the end zone. I heard you say that already once. Handoff, pushing for the end zone, and it's a touchdown.
Love it. Only thing that was missing. With a pass. How do you not work that in?
Football. Mike Loxley, of course, being the recruiting mind and marketing mind, sent it to Creative Solutions, and there you go. DJ Khaled popping up on your social media thread with his
Jordan
Detroit
brand,
connections
exactly.
is what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Maccabee. O'Connell with some time to throw and back shoulder.
That's an impressive throw and catch to the back shoulder. We've been looking for TJ Sheffield to emerge more and more, stumbles through the initial phase of Boilermaker passing attack that we're accustomed to.
He's used 7 different receivers, including this guy, and another first.
This play action in the backfield here, it draws the defense in, draws their eyes. Payne Durham with patience leaks from that offensive line, from that point of attack position.
Pay attention to the near side. Charlie Jones cutting across the middle, but pay attention to the back.
Either a run blitz or a pass blitz with the way it times up. Barham working just through the outside shoulder of the offensive tackle as the defense tackle where all run lanes were freed up.
Loss of 5, 2nd and 15. O'Connell steps up. O'Connell, 2 drops. To Maccabee. Durham, 87.
He starts from the wing position and then comes across the formation to block inside out. And because Payne Durham started in the tackle box, he is allowed to cut block there, the edge defender. A point of emphasis that's squared up on whoever he's cutting after he starts from inside the tackle box.
O'Connell, what a drive that he has engineered.
Right foot does tap down, and then the left foot may end up landing out of bounds. But as long as he's got possession, just
away from being a perfect 5-0. Last second loss to Syracuse. Wrapped up the quarterback. And
without having to blitz into the backfield. An offensive line and pass protection that's really effective to the wide side of the field, but TJ Sheffield actually fell down again in his route.
O'Connell swings it out. And
keep their foot.
O'Connell, the near side, looking for Charlie Jones. Maccabee gets the carry.
They haven't been as effective throwing the deep ball in recent years.
And O'Connell not playing 100%. Maccabee, another pickup of 3.
Payne Durham.
O'Connell with pressure coming. He was looking towards.
Nchami's begun to show his presence. Durrell Nchami off the edge. This time not against the tight end. Against the offensive tackle, Eric Miller.
17 of 22, as we showed you the numbers, 173 in the air. Downing, a big gain for this Maryland defense with 5 tackles coming into the second half. Downing pushed. O'Connell finding Russell spinning out of that Tyrone Tracy Jr. In for 32.
Ball out of the hands quick.
Jones on the move. Toss it to him. Team. O'Connell. Pressure coming. The ball is loose. Maryland passes on it. Maryland.
A couple of different lineups they've had up front. They're moving over to the left tackle. This offense, Purdue defense rose up there.
O'Connell to Maccabee. Maccabee in motion to Jones, to 2021 to this year, leading the country.
He's exceptional.
O'Connell gets rid of it and finds his receiver trying to make his way to that reception.
It's a nice clean grab because Aiden O'Connell throws such a catchable ball. Excellent release by Rice, and then as soon as he breaks out of that cut, as he works towards the inside, the ball is just above the eyes of the wide receiver. We can go up and catch it cleanly.
He's got 4 catches to lead all receivers today for Purdue. O'Connell airing it out, going for the end zone.
The ball in flight.
They took their shot on first down, brings up second down. O'Connell off the hands, it's picked off!
Between Aiden O'Connell and Charlie Jones this season. Here, one of the rare times he threw it a bit.
As these offenses provided us in the first half, you saw in that graphic, no score in the second half.
O'Brien came flying in from out of left field somewhere.
Up for it here defensively as well, the leading tackler this year for Maryland. Up 6 yards.
Payne Durham was a huge part of the passing attack early in the game, and Aiden O'Connell's kind of gone away from him.
Tagovailoa has used 17 total between these two quarterbacks. O'Connell airs it out vertically. Each penalty helps out this Purdue offense as O'Connell swings it over again to Tyrone Tracy Jr. The ball is loose. It's juggling. Maryland says they. Interesting this West Division has been. Of 5 teams in the West tied with a 1-1 division record coming into this weekend. O'Connell with some time to throw. He looks back at Mock. It was kind of a half-efforted Anthony, if you ask me, on Davis' side. Mockabee guard Marcus Bowe committing the penalty.
Talented young football player. So you initially engage with the defender. Once they try to disengage, you got to get your hands out of the framework.
O'Connell doesn't know what to do with it. Waiting for someone to get open. Tosses it. And this Maryland defense trying to shut him down. And O'Connell can't get away from trouble. Brought down.
You understand why. We've seen it in pass coverage, taking up space. Here's a pass rusher. Again, making an impact on this game.
O'Connell airing it out. And near 2nd and 10. O'Connell finds Durham.
That's the guy.
3rd and short. O'Connell, play action. Beautifully done. First down catch and pick up by knee.
We'll see on the edge. Devin Mockabee ends up picking up that edge defender just enough to get the hands down. That allows Aiden O'Connell to get it out of his hands into the flat of the road in the Twin Cities.
Transitioned into the fullback position during the preseason. 2nd and 10. O'Connell.
And Paferi can have a huge impact on this game.
Towards his left, Rice has it. Another first down for Purdue. O'Connell shakes off some pressure and has to tuck it.
Ryan Williams continues to mix up coverage responsibilities, especially here in the red zone. Once Aiden O'Connell begins to work towards the other side of the field.
O'Connell to Sheffield.
This Purdue passing attack amongst the lowest in America as far as drop rate goes. You got guys who catch it well. You've got a quarterback who puts it right there on their numbers, right above.
To Mockabee, tackle for long.
Bo Brave, just like a linebacker, reading it on the fly. When you're in the red zone here, you have this.
O'Connell surveying, touchdown.
Country as well, but matchup-wise, today's game, it just makes that much more sense. This ends up being an angle route from your tight end.
Entertaining division to watch, to say the least. Well, congrats to the Huskers, by the way, picking up back-to-back wins. O'Connell, low throw, doesn't matter. Turner has some room to run. Turner bringing the whole Maryland defense with him. Still on his feet, brings it down. And the play clock at 2. O'Connell trying to quarterback sneak.
Purdue's got the advantage because they have the lead here on the clock.
And O'Connell, there's key players who have dealt with injuries, and they're working through it again this year. Hands off to Mockabee.
A decision by Jeff Brom. 3rd down, deciding that now it's game time. Let's get the points on the board here.